So we've been learning what it means to glorify God. Today, we're going to see the connection between glorifying God and helping others worship. Here we go. So I've had people tell me, and I know they have the best intentions, that worship is all about glorifying God. It's all vertical, and they don't talk about the horizontal. In other words, it's all about glorifying God. It's all about focusing on God and forget everybody else who's in the room. It's just me and my God. And I understand where they're coming from because, first of all, we do want to glorify God. We want to focus on Him, first of all, and our tendency is to focus on ourselves, other people, and our problems. I get it. But I'm going to suggest that maybe glorifying God and helping others worship are two sides to the same coin. For example, Colossians 3:16 says, "Let the message of Christ dwell among you richly as you teach, admonish one another with all wisdom through psalms, hymns, and songs from the Spirit, singing to God with gratitude in your hearts." Hebrews 10 continues this same thought. It said, "Let us consider how we may spur one another on toward love and good deeds." So how do we do that? I suggest that one of the ways we do that is by helping others worship. So let's go back to another New Testament book, Corinthians, 1 Corinthians. The Corinthians were so interested in who were the super spiritual people. And the disciples were no different, right? They were arguing about who was the greatest when Jesus was right there with them. Paul steps into this situation and he helps us understand what worship is and how it helps us to build up the church. He says in 1 Corinthians, everything must be done so that the church may be built up. It doesn't matter what your gifting is, but it doesn't mean that you have to be the showiest person. It doesn't mean that you have to be on the platform. It means that whatever you do, do it so that other people are built up. And I would suggest that is helping them worship. Like I said, this isn't just for the special people up front. This is for all of us on and off the platform. The goal is always to help others worship so that, as Paul says in that same chapter, 1 Corinthians 14, people will come into our church and they will say, God is really among you. That's the goal. And that is how glorifying God and helping others worship are two sides of the same coin.